Good morning. It's day 90 on the PCT. Over there's where I was camped at this little trailhead parking lot. This was really nice last night. It was actually peaceful. I was worried about the road traffic, but if there was any, I didn't hear it. It didn't bother me. I had a bathroom spigot over there. So this is the little gravel trail here that will meet me back up with the PCT. I've got a few miles left here to continue walking out the town of Old Station. It's like 6:30, so everything will still be closed by the time I leave, so no restaurant. And then apparently I got a little bit of a climb, and this is also a drier section. There's like a water tank like 12 miles up. But since I did so many extra miles yesterday, I'd found out about this hostel that's in like 20 miles. It's in the town of Burney, which is my next town, where I was just planning on picking up a food box and just continuing on. But I think this is probably my last chance for like a really cheap place to stay and get a shower, and they do like a family style dinner. So I think I'm probably going to try and stay there tonight. But that's like only 20 miles away, so I should be able to get there at like a really good time. So yeah, onward we go. I decided to jump off trail for a bit. There was a dirt road that took me to this paved road, and about a half mile will take me to, I think it's called the Old Station fill up. Looks like a gas station, but I need a couple new water bottles. Mine are pretty nasty, and I miscalculated the amount of water I needed before I left camp there. I thought it was like 6 miles, but it's actually 10. So I needed to find a place to get some water before I headed out of town anyway. So needed new bottles, needed water, so I'll just pop in there, grab a couple new bottles of water, and then get back on trail. That was nice. 2 new water bottles, a nice big bottle of orange juice, which tasted good this morning, and a use of an actual bathroom. Now to get back on trail, having my breakfast too. Wow, things really changed quickly on this trail. So I think I mentioned it before, but there's a fire in the Etna, California area, which I think is about 150 miles away right now. So there's an official trail closure from Etna to Said Valley, which represents about 57 miles of the trail. But apparently even south of Etna is extremely bad, unsafe to hike through, and even like kind of north of Said Valley, same situation. I just got off the phone with my good friend Monk, and he said his family's been researching it, he's been researching it, and it sounds like they got so many like bulldozers going in to try and contain the fire. They're evacuating towns, starting to evacuate like multiple towns, and so him and it sounds like many other folks are planning to skip. It's about 200 mile section from its Dunsmuir Castella area, which is south of Etna. There's basically getting off trail there and then going up to Ashland, Oregon, which represents about 200 miles of the trail, with the idea to continue north from there, hopefully be able to hike all the way up to Canada, and then after basically summiting at the border there, coming back to fill in the gap if it's even possible, depending on how bad the fire gets. So I think I'm gonna do the same. I haven't figured out my plan yet. I may, because of the distance, I think it's like a 2-hour drive. They're trying to schedule a shuttle, which I'm hoping to get the information of that shuttle driver, or I may just rent a car. But I don't know right now how this is going to go. So the place I was going to stop today, I'm skipping that. I'll continue to the Burney general store, which I have a food box there. And then I'll continue to the Dunsmuir Castella area, get off trail, and then figure out how I'm going to get around this this fire. It sounds like it's pretty bad. So I really feel for the communities that are the communities and the people that are being affected by this. This is doesn't sound very good. So onward we go. Well, I got my first view of Mount Shasta, which I didn't think I was going to get. Mount Shasta is like a 14,000 footer in California. It's like way out there. It's still a lot of snow cover on it. I didn't think I'd get to see it because of all the smoke. It's definitely, you can definitely see how hazy it is out there. So it is nice to get a peek of that. And I've been messaging with my friends Bambi and Knuckleball, who they're about a half a day ahead of me, but they're not too far ahead of me. Sounds like they're planning on staying at the place I was going to stay at. So chances are maybe I'll actually catch up with them and maybe be able to kind of bounce ahead with them, which would be really cool because I really have enjoyed meeting them and like kind of hanging out with them. So that would be nice if that happens, but not really sure. So onward we go. Oh, big thank you to Jim Beatty for Cache 22. It's a big water cache over here that he maintains for PCT through hikers. So greatly appreciate that, because this is a very dry section, and the next water source isn't for like 13 miles. And a big thank you to this pine tree above me for this lovely shade to take a nice long lunch break. Oh, I'm gonna sit here for a while before I go back in the heat. This is probably one of the worst sections as far as the heat goes. Terrain's been like really easy. It's just very exposed section. So everyone that told me that this was going to be brutal, they were correct. I made it to the Burney area. It was a really hot day, so I didn't video that much today because I was just trying to get through the miles. I just passed by some type of, well, down here's part of the town, but I passed by some like water treatment place, and before that was my last water source for the day. I picked up a couple liters. I got about a mile or so left to get to camp. It'll be a little over 33 miles for today by the time I get there. Again, my biggest day. Yesterday's my biggest day. Today's my biggest day. So they just keep on getting longer, I guess. It'll leave me like 11 miles in the morning to get to the Burney, I think it's the Burney State Park general store, where I've got a food box waiting there that I'll pick up tomorrow. And that will be enough to get me to think it's the town of Dunsmuir, which is where I'll be getting off trail, and then basically figure out how far up I'm going to be flipping due to the Shelley forest fire in the Etna area. So we'll end this here. It's starting to get dark. The mosquitoes are out. I just put on my wind pants to help with that. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope you all have a good night. Good morning. It's day 91 on the PCT, and it's resupply day. I've got 11 miles to get to the Burney General Store, where my wife sent me a food box. So that'll get me the next 3.5 days to Dunsmuir. And there's a lake in the area and a few ponds, so mosquitoes. Man, it was brutal last night setting up camp, and then so many mosquitoes snuck into my tent. And it was too hot to use my quilt, so I just had to kill them all before I could go to bed. They're eating me alive. So yeah, just and they're brutal this morning too, was my point, I guess. But just getting started this morning. Onward we go. Made it to Burney Falls State Park. General store's behind me. Gonna pick up my food box, see what kind of food they got. Hopefully I can get some lunch here. Probably hang out here for a couple hours. It's 11 miles so far today. I'd like to go another 14 or 15, but we'll see what happens. Onward we go. Good afternoon, back on trail. Just left Burney Falls State Park. The falls are beautiful. Just got off the phone with my wife, so it was nice to be able to have Wi-Fi there to talk to her. Love you, babe. Miss you, bear. But yeah, back on trail. I got a bacon cheeseburger, some ice cream, and a Gatorade there for lunch. Picked up like 3 more days of food that was in my food box. I had extra, so I gave that away to the other hikers there, just because I've been doing more miles than what I had initially planned. And I'm used the sink in the bathroom to do my laundry. I washed out like my shirt and my socks, a few other things. And planning to do maybe another 10 miles today. We'll see. It is still hot. I waited it out there for, I think it's about 3 or 4 hours, because the temps were up to 101. So it's 4 o'clock. So we'll see how far I get tonight. Oh, there's a baby. A little fawn. Button buck. Oh, whole family. Come on, guys, cross the road. Come on, get a move on. Well, I'll be damned. We get to cross over the dam. Pretty cool, pretty cool. It's beautiful up here. I made it to camp. It was a little over 19 miles a day, shorter day, and it's still pretty hot out. Set up over here in this beautiful pine forest here. Really like this spot. Nice pine forest setting. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you all have a good night.